Hi, Aries. This is your July 2019 reading. You light some Palo Santo. Clear this era. In case you don't see very clearly, look what I have here. This is my Aries mushroom that I've had forever. I don't even know. I mean, since like childhood, so I don't even know who gave it to me. I think maybe one of my parents or family member somewhere, somehow. So I feel lucky that my Ariesness has always been known and appreciated. Not always appreciated, but appreciated for the good things that us Aries people have to offer. So I hope your June was going well. I hope you have had a wonderful first few days of July thus far. And yeah, so here we go. So before I turn on the camera, I always shuffle for an affirmation card for everybody. And the card that you guys got, which I think is so already on point and perfect. And of course, yes, I'm kind of like putting myself into this as well because I can't help it. I am an Aries as well. But you got, the more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. I am the I am that I am. Time to spread our wings, right? And the card on the bottom of the deck underlying that is, I am the dreamer of my dream. So I think that goes honestly pretty well. It's kind of like having a lucid dream in waking life, like energy and intention into faith, the faith of our life and the faith of our universe and what we align to and with, provides us with the fearlessness, the courage, and freedom to really live our life in truth, and I guess you could say dance the dance that we want to, rather than judging or editing ourselves in any way, because then we're not free, essentially. So next, I'm going to shuffle you an archangel card to see which archangel or the energy of which archangel has... Oof, did you hear that? That was my neck. Which archangel has a message for you, as well as who will be with you, who will surround you, and who you may be able to call upon in times of need. Okay? And this is the one card that I read from the book for, to kind of give some extra added clarity and a clearer picture of the message. So, Aries, Sun, and Rising. What is the... Oh. Wow. Okay. What is the Archangel message for July? And you guys got joy. How awesome is that? You got Jophiel, and the message is of joy. And the bottom of the deck is Zadkiel, security. So these two somehow go hand in hand. So your joy is connected to your security. Your security is connected to your joy. Just take a sip of my coffee real quick. So Jophiel, this is awesome. Jophiel is labeled the Holy Liberator in this book. And it's kind of crazy because if you think about what your affirmation was in the very beginning, fearlessness and freedom kind of very much applies to liberation, right? So Jophiel is here to liberate you through joy. Okay. The card you have chosen brings forth a ray of joy. Remember, we come from the source, which is a place of total well-being and infinitely unfolding creative possibility. Explore the playfulness of life's joy and soak in the effervescence of play. The dolphin's truthful force reminds us of the carefree energy we felt as children. Ask Jophiel to surround you with joyous elementals to help you in your journey, and chant He, H-E-E, from the crown chakra to assist the release of joy. He. I feel like this is like a citrine or something, but I could be wrong. It doesn't exactly say, and I'm not going to like waste time necessarily looking into it, but for those of you that are very into crystal healing, I would definitely look into what stones are orange like that, and then you can maybe find what really calls to you, what resonates for you, especially one that's associated to joy, to, clearing your energy and bringing back joy, especially your innocence and purity. So definitely look into that for those of you that are, again, into crystal healing. So next I'm going to do how I do the readings typically, and how I've done them from the very start. So if you're new here to this channel, let me just explain how I do it. I use several decks, first of all. It's just the way that I do it, it helps me get things more clearly. So I use several oracle decks. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 actually, but 4 initially. So mind, body, spirit, and love. So you get a card for your mental state in July. Just one clear message for what's going on mentally for you, or what you can expect or look out for. How your physical body, is handling everything. Just a message for your overall, your health physically. Then your spirit message, something regarding your spirit that will aid with these two things, and then a message for your love life, or any very close relationship you have. And, it doesn't have to be romantic, but that's what I gear toward. So it probably will be, whether you're in a relationship actively or not. So then I clarify using tarot. And yes, I use different tarot decks for that as well. And the 5th oracle card is your animal oracle totem. So Aries. What's going on with Aries sun and rising mentally in July 2019? What is Aries mind position? Aries mentally. Aries. Oh. Wow. Okay. Hey. Aries, you got blocks lifted. What? Are you serious? Oh my God. Previous obstacles came from fear, and they are now lifted away. What? Not only that, but bottom of the deck, recognition. You and your accomplishments are receiving appreciation and honors. Oh my God. That's awesome. Yeah, so this is saying that, you know, I definitely see it's thought patterns that were blocking whatever it is in your life that you've wanted. Or maybe you didn't even know what you've wanted, perhaps. Perhaps you feel you've been kind of lost or floating around, you know, and unable to find your direction. And of course, that would be a block. It's because those directions you were blind to, but they were all the blindness, I guess you could call it, came from fear. Did you just see that? How the light just did that? That's weird. But the blindness came from fear. And what's crazy, again, about the fear thing is that was exactly what started this entire reading, was about being fearless and free. Right? So that's pretty cool. So let's see what's going on with your physical body now. Aries, physical body. I think there's some thunder going on outside, if you guys hear that. I'm not sure. It sounds like it might be. First I thought it was my neighbors moving their garbage cans, but no, I think it might be thunder. Hi, Nina. No. My cat. My kitty cat, whose name means little fire, ironically enough. One of my cats. That's my other cat. That is Amy. Amy! Hey, baby. Hey. And Amy means beloved. And then my doggy's over there. I don't know why I'm like feeling the need to show you. That's Jackson. Show you and introduce all my animals, but hey, maybe some of you out there are animal lovers. And that is another thing that can connect you to your joy. Are animals and children. Whoa, that was quick. Holy shit. Whoa, okay, so 2 for your physical body, and bottom of the deck is really interesting, by the way, because again, it has to apply to that. Crazy enough. I'm going to keep these 2. So you got awareness and receive healing. Wow. This is really powerful. So you guys, us, we seem to have grown our inner awareness. It's like connecting back to the source of yourself, connecting back to your heart, which is your center point, right? It's where your soul resides. It's home. That has actually connected you to the entirety of the universe. So what's wild is like going within has actually expanded like the perceptions you've had, as well as brought helped to bring upon healing to any of you out there who maybe were dealing with some physical health ailments, situations, you know. Unease. Look at this card, how beautiful this is. All of the decks I'm using will be listed in the description box, by the way. But how amazing is that? Inner child, innocence. And that's like literally what we were just discussing with the Archangel card you received of joy. This also obviously reminds me of security and comfort. And it applies 100% to this card as well, because this is like, you can be fearless and free in a sense when you know who you really are. And mind, body, spirit is being healed. And I say that because this is number 30, which breaks down to 3. So that's the Trinity, you know, mind, body, spirit, Trinity. And then you have receive healing, which is number 1, which is us. The I am that I am. The knowing of who exactly we are. The inertia, the initial force. The one energy that's needed and that's strong enough and courageous enough to pull itself into this density. So, and what I wanted to say is the bottom of the deck, it's wild because it's like another word that was literally in your affirmation, intention. Number 11 breaks down to 2. Break it down now, which is balance. Represents balance, harmonies. Balance between your yin and yang, your internal and external, your receptive quality and your assertive quality. So, as well as how you receive, like I just said receptive, but how you receive the world, as well as what you put into the world, how you connect outward to the world. So, yeah, it's raining now. That's so interesting. That's very interesting because it was completely clear when I first began this. It's like pouring now. That's wild. Why do I say that? Because it's happening while I'm doing this reading, of course. And so that matters. That has meaning. What can the rain be correlated to? Of course, our emotion. And what does rain do? What does rain provide for us? It provides new growth, of course. It provides healthy plants, and it provides life, generally speaking. We all need water to survive, right? If it stops raining at all, we end up in drought. And we cannot survive without it, so that can apply to some of you as well in some metaphoric way. You'll find that I speak in metaphors quite a bit. I can't help it. It's just the way I am. I was telling Aquarius this. I seem to learn better in metaphors rather than even if you told me something concretely, in actual fact. Oh, and then the fire went out. That's interesting too. I'm not going to relight it. I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay, so Aries spirit in July. How is the Aries collective spirit doing? Okay. What the hell? Oh, clear the past. No more shackles. Freedom. Freedom bell. Fearlessness. Yeah, wow. Wow. And would you believe this? The bottom of the deck is applying to this. Call on your joy guides. Really? That's awesome. What kinds of things did you love to do? What kinds of things gave you energy, made you hyper as a child, besides sugar? What kinds of things, as far as activities go, really got you excited? Those are the things you should connect back to if you haven't connected with them in a very long time, Even though, of course, that can seem like what I'm saying is the opposite of clear the past. It's not. This means clear the past of your pain, of the shackles, the things that have weighed you down. Let your heart be light and fly. Clean things up, Take the lock off. Fly toward the light. And don't hold yourself down because of time frames. Don't let the clock control you, basically. And reconnect to your childlike innocence, like who you are at your core, the essential you, the I am that I am, beyond any labels. Like, what are you at your core? Again, and the only way to find that out is to connect to your joy, which is the things that make you excited, make you feel happy and energized, like a kid again, So, all right. So I'm gonna pull now your love. Oh my god. Playfulness. Aries love. Love. Again, this doesn't have to be romantic. It can be family member, friend, colleague, coworker. But more than likely it'll be romantic. But if not, it is whoever comes to mind that is of significance to your life when you see this card, okay? It'll apply to that scenario, Aries. So Aries love in July. What's going on with Aries love, July 2019? Aries love. Aries love. Just for the way you look at me. Oh, just for the only one I see. He is very, very extraordinary. He is even more than anyone that you adore. And love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. And love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. There we go. Wow. So, Archangel Michael is with you as well, especially, obviously, in regards to your love life, in any of your love relationships. And, Archangel is the right hand of God. So this tells me that it's like you're in control. You don't need to have any fear. You're protected. And you can call upon Archangel Michael with anything regarding love, anything regarding this relationship with whomever it is. Call upon Archangel Michael to aid you, to give you guidance, to assist you, and to maybe be with you while you are interacting with this person or, dealing with this situation, even if you're not in contact with this person. Call upon Archangel Michael for guidance, and he will guide you. He, she, whatever you want to say. And underlying this is dreams. How interesting is that? So also, it's really freaking funny. Aquarius got this as their primary card for love. So you may have some situation that you're dealing with an Aquarius, maybe. You may have a lot of Aquarius in your chart, like myself. Or the message applies. You may want to watch that reading. You don't have to watch the whole thing, of course. It's up to you. But if you don't want to watch the whole thing, you can just skip to the love portion, which is actually very obvious, because the fact that video was split in two, and I'm wearing a completely different thing in the second half, and that is where the love part of the reading begins. So check that out if you feel it applies. But the bottom of the deck being dreams tells me that either you are connecting to this person very much so in your dreams, not either, but that you are. And that you're healing, and that Archangel Michael as well is giving you insight through your dreams to what this whole thing has been about for you. This whole situation, whatever it is, whether you're still with the person or not. You know, in your waking life, maybe you've been unable to really understand or process certain things going on and really dissect and figure them out, you know. But I'm seeing in your dreams, you've been probably just like Aquarius, you've probably been having very, very intense, lucid, detailed dreams, okay? And even if you don't think they have anything to do with your love life, they more than likely do. As they could have to do, you know, with anything that's within them, but there's messages in those dreams that apply to love as well for you and whatever situation you've been dealing with. And, you know, I'd say in the last maybe 3 years is what I'm really feeling. So, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to clarify. Let's see here. For the mind card. Again, as I said, all the decks are going to be listed in the description box. So, no worries there. And they'll be listed in the order that I have used them. Make it easy on everybody. Ooh, the sun. And I'm only reading these upright, by the way, just to make it simpler for everyone as well as myself. So, please clarify. And I'm doing one tarot card per oracle. So even though there's 2 here as well, I'm just doing one tarot to clarify that, okay? So please clarify for Aries Collective what this mental card blocks lifted is for July. Please clarify the mental card for the Aries Collective for July. Eden, what are you doing? Crazy doll. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you guys clearly, oh my god. Whew. So you guys got 8 of Swords clarifying the blocks lifted. It makes a lot of sense actually, because clearly the 8 of Swords is when somebody is, in a sense, blindfolded and they can't see clearly what their didn't I say that actually? I did. Yeah, they can't see clearly where their paths lead or what direction to go. What time? Oh my god, it's 5:55 as I say that. I kid you not. Check it out. Check it out. So look up what that means. Just saying. But as I'm saying that, so it must apply in some way. But the 8 of Swords again is, you know, being restricted, feeling confused on what direction to go. Too many thoughts of options in your mind maybe, or even if not, just not being sure of yourself, feeling powerless, not being courageous, not feeling free, okay? You don't feel free, you feel restricted, but it's all a mental restriction. So it's telling you your blocks are being lifted. Those restrictions have been lifted. And it's even more confirmed by the fact that on the bottom of the deck, is the Magician card. The ultimate manifester. The one who understands their energies and the energies of the universe and the world and other people, okay? And how you dance with that. How we dance through this world. You know, it is a dance because it's not just us going through the world. Every move we make, every choice we make, has an effect because something is being moved as well as we're moving through the world. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Okay, so let's clarify. Oop. Sorry, I had some cards upright from a reading I was doing earlier for myself, so they won't get confused with the energies because I'm an Aries as well. So far this reading is applying to me as well, guys. Gotta say. So we're going to clarify again your physical cards, your physical health, what's going on with that. Oh my god, are you joking? Look at the card this card was the only card upright, and I didn't get it in the reading that I did before, so therefore it was not one of those cards that I had upright before. This is literally the only card that was just upright in the center of my deck. The Emperor, which is us. So that is freaking awesome. Again, another sign that we are coming back into ourselves. We're becoming who we always have been again. That's awesome. Hi, Anne. Oh, hi, baby. Say hi to Aries. Pretty girl. Okay, so please clarify these health cards for Aries Collective for July 2019. Aries Collective 2019 July. Please clarify these health cards. What's going on with Aries health? Aries health. Aries health. Please clarify for July 2019 Aries health. Whoa. Wow. Oh my god. Did you see how that felt? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, Aries. We got the world. Literally the world. This is integration. This is like accomplishing that feat. This cycle completion. This is fulfillment. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Feeling ultimately fulfilled. Abundant in your life. Feeling like you went around in the cycle of your life, in the circle of your life, or you went around into the spiral to be in the center, to find your center, and you found it, and now you're turning the wheel back around to come back out into the world, to be a presence in the world again. Wow. So some of you may have really been, as they say, in hermit mode for a while, which has been actually quite healthy for you. It's really helped you understand quite a lot of things that you may have needed to process for a long time and maybe were unable to. Maybe you were focused a lot on others, possibly. But either way, clearly you have understood something, and you really found your potential in this time. It's like you've had a spiritual awakening, spiritual insights come through. High Priestess card underlying the World card. You tapped into your unconscious awareness, and you are now brewing the new life. You're free, truly. That's amazing. Energy and intention. Fearlessness and freedom. The freedom bell rings. Okay. So now for your spirit card, I'm going to be using a deck that's a little less traditional as far as tarot goes. It's the Osho Zen tarot deck. It still applies to tarot, as every card in the deck applies to a specific tarot card. However, obviously it's much more like oracle, like an oracle card, in a way, because each card only has a short, description and imagery of the meanings. So, but I think it's a really good one to use specifically for clarifying this, for clarifying spirit, because it's simple. It's not too detailed, confusing. It's getting to the point, just like spirit, I guess. Okay, so clear the past is what we got. So please clarify spirit card for Aries. What is going on with Aries? Month of July 2019. Whoa! Oh my God! This just wanted to flip and it almost didn't, and then I just let it. Holy shit! Is this like crazy or what? That every single clarifier is exactly clarifying, the same message. It's giving us the same messages of the oracle. This is awesome. Like, if you weren't sure before that life is about to change in a real big way, well, you can be sure now, my babies. Really, it's about to change in the most amazing way. You got letting go for clear the past, okay? Wow. This is so interesting, too, to me, because it reminded me right away about the fact that it started raining earlier in the video. Okay, and this is number 8, which represents, the 8th house of Scorpio, but beyond just the sign, it's the house of death and rebirth, or transformation, rather. Bottom of the deck is the outsider, so that's interesting. You could see that in many ways, but right now I see it as how you were able to kind of heal and clear all of this and, transform, has been because you were somehow, as I said before with awareness, by going within, you were able to see from without, so see from a different perspective. Just like what this is, the 8th house has, is 3 different things, 3 different symbols. Is a scorpion, is what it starts out as, stinging anything that sees as a threat. Moving up to the eagle, who has the bird's eye perspective, which is what I feel this is kind of representing in a way. And that's when the change occurred, because this is the 5th, or the 5, which in numerology represents change. Something's moving from one half to the next. It's cycling out. And then from the eagle, chooses to dive back down, again, go back within into the center point, the source of whatever, and then emerges from the ashes of the fire, rises up as the phoenix, okay? The powerful phoenix, which is what I feel we are becoming. The phoenix rising up out of the ashes, who has been through quote unquote hell and back, And not to say that our center point was hell, but sometimes it can feel that way. If there's a lot of things that were buried from our entire lifetime thus far and prior lifetimes that we've repressed, that we didn't want to look at, we didn't want to feel, and all of that coming to the surface at once, man, that can feel like hell. That can be very painful in this physical form. We there's so much we don't want to feel, but essentially that's the purpose of life, of this incarnation in these bodies. Like, why are we in these bodies that feel so many things, good and bad, right? We feel both. And we're meant to do that. We come here for that reason, to feel things, to understand certain things through the feelings, okay? And through transforming that and remembering that we are spirit, we can handle pretty much anything that we want, or that we put the intention into, I guess, being fearless about. So anyways, let me stop ranting. What is going on with Aries love for July 2019? Please clarify Aries love for July 2019. It's Archangel Michael card. Please clarify Aries love for July 2019. Aries love, July 2019. Please clarify. Hi, Eden.
Hi.
Whoa.
Hi, Nana. I love you.
She's probably going to jump over here, by the way. Don't be alarmed. That's too many cards. Oh, she didn't jump here. Because I said she was going to, so she didn't. Just as a typical cat does. The opposite of what you say. Okay, whoa. Wow. This is too many. As well. I only want one for this, and I don't really feel like those messages apply, so I'm going to go with what I feel, okay? Okay, well, that's very interesting. This is one of the two that just came out, so I guess it's telling me that this is it. This is the one. The Eight of Cups. Deeper meaning. Finding deeper meaning within this situation. And remember what I said about the dreams? Yeah, finding a very much deeper meaning, but also moving on from something. Whether that's actually moving on from the person, it could be that, of course, but it also, an Archangel Michael may be assisting you with having the courage to do that, or he had assisted you with having the courage to do that. So there's a lot of letting go, moving on, clearing the past kind of energy within spirit and love. So clearly it was a very much a spiritual kind of situation you were dealing with. You know, it could have been a type of soulmate of some kind that this was the part of the lesson that had to be done, the actual act of letting them go. And if it's not letting them go, well, it's definitely letting maybe a mental pattern or some type of emotional weight that you may have carried for quite a long time, and it had affected your spirit. It affected literally the way that your soul is expressed through you, because your soul resides once again in your heart and is expressed through you through the heart, okay? Which is again why you really want to feel your joy, your joyful presence, the joy of your youth, of your childhood, the things that made you feel alive, made you feel happy and energized, got your heart beating in a happy, good way. Those things, that is what perhaps this relationship or this mental pattern or this emotional weight affected for you, okay? So this is letting that go, leaving those cups behind, in a sense, those cups that really didn't do you any good, okay? So and the bottom of the deck is Six of Swords. So this is like, yeah, you're recovering. You've recovered, I believe, already, but some of you may still be in the process of recovering and moving away from that. And especially because it's swords, it's like that, moving away from that, whatever that thing that was clouding your mind is. So again, the person may have been instilling negative thoughts into you. But of course, it takes two to tango, so you are a part of that. And that's what you understood, and that's what you're leaving behind. And Archangel Michael, again, has assisted you and is assisting you with that, with finding your strength again. Truly, finding your strength again more than anything. Let me just take another sip of coffee.
What, baby? My kitty cat keeps coming over here. What do you want, Mama? I'm almost done.
Oh, she talks. She's very talkative. I love her so much. And I love my other kitty, and I love my doggy. Okay, so speaking of animals, and I just remembered that I said in the beginning or a little bit before, that animals can assist you in connecting to your joy and to your innocence, animals and children. But speaking of animals, this next card is going to be your animal totem, okay? So, an animal you may see somehow in the month of July. I almost said June. So maybe that applies as well, because maybe in June there was some creature, some animal that had a significant impact on you. So for some of you that may be the case. But for many of you in July, this message will apply if you see, if you see this animal or hear this animal somewhere, could even be in your dreams. Could be on television, could be in a movie, could be somehow on the radio, somebody's speaking about this creature, could be the news, could be in a cloud formation, it could be anywhere. Just keep your eyes peeled and keep your mind open for interpretations that come through. Like I said, it could be a cloud formation that looks like a particular animal to you. And just because somebody else might say, it's just a cloud, doesn't really matter. That's not the point, because it's more so your psyche, your subconscious, and the universe communicating to you about that, okay? And so these animals, these totems, have particular meaning and symbolism to them, okay? And so what I want to say is, when you are aware of this creature, when it comes into your awareness, whenever that is, think of what you were thinking about, contemplating before noticing this creature, and apply the symbolism to the thought. Okay, so what is the animal totem for the Aries collective, Sun and Rising, for July 2019? Aries animal totem for July 2019. Whoa, did you hear that? Animal totem for Aries, July 2019. Whoa, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's not it. That's not it. Really? Okay, that's it, I guess.
What, baby?
But the totem you got is scarab, which is a beetle. Alright, I know some of you don't like beetles, maybe, but deal with it. Just kidding. They have some very significant meaning, okay? In many cultures around the world, and generally speaking. So the symbolism of the scarab, I'm going to put this here in case you would like to screenshot this for future reference, what the meaning is. Here you go. Hopefully you can see it. And so symbolism is regeneration. What were we just talking about? I mean, literally everything we discussed has been about that. Being reborn, in a sense. Finding your spirit again. And remember, again, it started raining in the middle of this reading, or earlier in the reading. So what was I talking about? Rain being or doing, creating new life or regenerating. So to the Egyptians, the scarab, a type of beetle, symbolized the powers that governed the celestial bodies. A great scarab was thought to roll the sun across the sky. Aww. This belief arose from the scarab's habit of shaping a piece of ox dung into a ball, into which it laid its eggs, and rolling it about, generally from east to west. Scarab-like jewels were often placed in tombs of deceased relatives to give them the power of the sun and to facilitate their resurrection. Wow. So, as gross as it sounds about the dung part, that can be applied to creating new life out of trash or out of something that's been used and is now being let go of. Okay, and that again, that applies to everything we've been discussing in the reading. Every single card pretty much that you've received has that message. So that's amazing. It's a really, really powerful reading, Aries. I'm very happy with this reading because I'm an Aries too, like I said. And I hope you guys are, okay? I hope you received the messages that you needed, that you were seeking. If you have any questions at all, guys, you can either comment in the comments below, or you can, of course, email me at ariatruth@gmail.com. That's ariatruth@gmail.com. It'll be in the description box below, as well as, like I said, all of the cards I've used in the order that I used them. And like I've been saying to every other sign thus far, for whatever reason, particularly in this month, I've been feeling like I need to really, really give back in this way that I'm about to tell ya. So I'm offering everybody and anybody, if you feel like you resonate with me, if we vibe together, I want to offer everybody a 1-question reading for free, completely free, okay? So you can email me the question and I will do a reading with cards. Won't be this many cards, but it'll still be pretty intricate for you. So I will do a reading with the cards and answer your question in detail, give you some insight and perspective in detail to what the cards are giving us, okay? How they're connecting to you and your personal energy, not collective, but you personally, for free. So just like I said, feel free to email me. The email is in my description box and all of the cards are as well. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful July, guys. I'm not going to say, I'm going to be back for mid-months because I don't know if that will occur. And if it does, it'll be a nice little surprise. But otherwise, until then, at least right now, I should be back, or I will be back in oh my god, I almost said April. Wow, that's interesting. April might be something for you besides some of your birthdays, but April, interesting. April showers bring me flowers. I'll be back in August though. Okay, guys? I love you, and again, I hope you have a beautiful rest of July. And I'll see you soon. Bye.